So, as I'm pondering on the patio, I'm thinking about something my son told me while we were spreading bark ducks in our yard. My wife and I have two young boys, and my oldest is 5, and they're active. They want to work. They want to help do all the things. And as we were, early stages of spreading bark dust in our yard, my oldest son says, "Daddy, I don't want to work. This is hard. Working is hard." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's hard out here. Like, working ain't easy. Working ain't fun. It ain't hard, but it is a necessary byproduct towards the end goal, the vision that we have set for ourselves, right?" And I don't know. I don't think I necessarily tried to curb his feelings of the hard work aspect in that moment like that. But as I was processing, just like his statement about hard work, a couple things came to mind. One being that, is getting him comfortable. We're like, yep, these are the necessary things that need to get done in order for us to be able to enjoy what we have, right? The fruits of our labor. But then also considering like, okay, like how can we not necessarily make work fun, but reframe work? Because if we're on this journey towards the goals that we set for ourselves, reaching those goals requires work. It requires us to do specific actions, intentional actions for that incremental progress. And that incremental progress will lead to the end result of what we want to see. Every step of the way requires us to do some type of work. We can't just wake up one day and be where we want to be. That's not how this works. We know this, right? We all know this. But we have to be able to reframe work as a necessary byproduct to get to where we want to go. As a former athlete, and I'm getting many years removed from saying that, but from being one, but I still get to say it. But as a former athlete, considering how much I hated, I wasn't a huge fan of practice. I wasn't a huge fan of the daily doubles, all the work that went into playing football, right? And even basketball and track and stuff. Like, there were some aspects where it was just like, yo, this is hard work, and it ain't fun. I do remember my college coach often saying, like, hey, this is a build your house kind of fun, where yes, and how I remember it, there's this vision of building this house, and there are all the equipment and the materials that are necessary to build a house. And what's required is you, the people that you're surrounded by who will help you, and your mindset, really, your perspective on the capabilities that you have to achieve that vision. And along the way, as you're building this house, you're going to cut the wood row. Pieces aren't going to be there. Things may break apart. It may be delayed. It may be not as appropriate from a structural perspective as you want it to be. But even in the midst of that journey, in the midst of that work and that growth, you are actively taking steps to build this house. And at the end, you'll have a beautiful home that you contributed to making. And you put your blood, sweat, tears towards building, and be proud of it. And so when we think about when we think about work in general, what would it look like if we reframed it in that way? That it's like building your own house, and it's a necessary byproduct towards the success and goals that you want to reach. And there are aspects of the work that you're not going to like. But if you look at it as a way to develop your skill set, to be better than you were yesterday, to try something new as a training ground to the goals that you want to reach, right? Could it be tolerable? Could work be tolerable? That's what we'll transition into. So I think it's important that, yes, We have to have the mindset of how we see work and how we frame work, but also have people around you who can be your support, your guide, somebody who can, people who can, give you rest too, give you a new perspective, give you new energy in the midst of the work. Share the burden, if you will, towards reaching that end goal. And then also just make sure that end goal continues to be at forefront of your mind, that you know that you're putting the efforts now to get to that end result, and you keep that vision, you hold that vision stronger than ever. And that's what will help preserve you when you're in the midst and in the valleys. So, to my son, who will have much more of these feelings towards work in the future, I want to encourage you to hold true to the vision of what the work can be and the fruits of it. The reason why you said yes to the work. I want you to get surrounded by people who will sustain you and keep you strong in the middle of the work. And I want you to reframe the work, or have the mindset that this work is necessary and that you are positioned and very well capable to accomplishing the work that's at hand. And yes, it will be hard. It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be handed to you. But you are capable of taking it and pushing forward and supporting yourself, strengthening yourself, educating yourself to be the best person that you can be, and learning from it, to grow from it, to continue to reach that end goal that you have set for yourself. So that's what I'm pondering on the patio. And let's get to work.